welcome to the 117th installment of Tell Em Alejandro, your number one place for sports, cars, video games, fitness. If you're a man, you're here. Mr. Alejandro's about to tell him.
What you about to tell him, Alejandro?
I'm about to tell him about Mr. Alejandro's 2015 NBA Playoff Conference Finals predictions.
Tell him, Alejandro!
TA drinkers, let's get it poppin'. Let's start off with the Eastern Conference. The Eastern Conference will have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Atlanta Hawks. This is going to be a pretty sexy matchup, and Atlanta actually has a chance. But let's just go over real quick what happened since the last episode and now. The journey that both teams went on. The Cleveland Cavaliers eliminated the Chicago Bulls. I thought the series would go 7 games. The Cavs deaded them in 6 games. They destroyed the Bulls in Game 6. And I was actually very shocked to see the Bulls go out. They got blown out in Game 6. I think it's a wrap for the Bulls. I think they need to dismantle that team simply because if they didn't beat LeBron this year, then they never will. I feel like LeBron was at his weakest this season and the Bulls were at their strongest at any point that they've ever faced LeBron, and they took a mean L. I don't think the Bulls will disband that team because they have most of those players under contract. So, hey, if you're a Chicago's fan, I feel bad for you. But look at it this way. Remember, I'm a Knicks fan. My team is worse than yours. Now let's talk about what happened with the Atlanta Hawks. They ended up defeating the Washington Wizards. I thought the Wizards would win that series. That series was phenomenal, man. Down to the wire. It even came down to the end. The Wizards were down 3 points. The clock was ticking. The buzzer beat it. My man's P-Dub, poor Peezy, my Neezy, hit a game-time 3-pointer to go over overtime. But unfortunately, he hit the shot after the buzzer. Hawks win the series. Now they're going up against Cleveland. And I think Cleveland will win this series in 6 games. However, like I said before, Atlanta has a pretty good chance in this series because the Cleveland Cavaliers have a lot of injuries. One thing I've noticed watching this playoffs this season, every team has injuries, and the injuries is changing the outcome of each and every single game. Right now, one of the big-time players for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving, is suffering from leg injuries. I told you last time, left knee tendonitis, right foot sprain. Now he has a knee injury. That kid's banged up, so it's basically LeBron all by his dolly, son, because they got no K-Love. K-Love was supposed to be the 3rd star. He's out. LeBron's a beast. LeBron gets it popping. I do think he could beat the Hawks, but I don't think the Cavaliers can continue to just have LeBron play with a bunch of role players, you feel me, and just make them look better. I think eventually that'll catch up to the Cavs, and the Cavs will probably take a mean L, if not this series, in the NBA Finals, if they just keep relying on mad LeBron. Eventually, Kyrie's going to have to step it up and get healthy, B. I recommend you drink some milk, get them bones strong and sexy, you feel me? For the Atlanta Hawks, I love Al Horford. He got it popping last series against the Wizards. Kyle Korver was shooting mad bricks. Let me tell you something about Kyle Korver. He takes a lot of 3-pointers, but there was a lot of contested, awful, very far, deep 3-pointers he shot. Stop doing that, Ashton Kutcher's twin. Stop it. That's not a good look. You're a sharpshooter, but one benefit to having a sharpshooter is having a sharpshooter take good shots. You feel me? He was taking basura shots last series. Now let's talk about the Western Conference. We have the Golden State Warriors going up against either the Houston Rockets or the Los Angeles Clippers. That series is not over, but first let's talk about the Golden State Warriors. They just defeated the Memphis Grizzlies in 6 games. I thought the Grizzlies would win that series in 7 games. However, in Game 3, my man's Meek Millie, aka Tony Allen, suffered a hamstring injury, and it definitely messed him up for the rest of the series, and it allowed Klay Thompson and Stephen Curry, aka the Splash Brothers, to do their thing.
My gun Splash Brothers, I call them Curry and Klay.
And once the Warriors get the scoring like that, it's a wrap, especially for the Grizzlies, because the Grizzlies can't score, you feel me? They got goons in the paint, but they don't got goons that can score. So it was a wrap once Tony Allen got injured. Now, Game 7 will take place between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Houston Rockets. This series is unbelievable. I swear to God, last time we was here, TA drinkers at Tell Em Alejandro, the Clippers had a 3-1 lead. They were pummeling the Rockets. One thing I noticed about the Rockets was their defense was just atrocious. Go look at the scores that they gave up in the first 4 games. It was like they didn't give a damn. The Rockets have came back in this series in a dramatic fashion, especially in Game 6. If you didn't see it, I'm sorry to tell you, you missed something special. That team was down 19 points in the 4th quarter. 19 points. I'm not even gonna front, TA drinkers. It was 1 o'clock in the morning here in New York. I went to sleep. I said, there's no way Houston Rockets gonna come back. I woke up. I went to ESPN. Houston Rockets came back from 19 points down in the 4th quarter to tie the series at 3 games apiece. Now they're going to Game 7. Who do I think will win Game 7? Honestly, I don't know. The Clippers have shown that they're inconsistent at times. The Rockets have shown that there's some times when they don't care, but then there's some times that they do care. You gotta flip a coin to figure out who's gonna win this series. But the matter of the fact is, it doesn't matter who's gonna win this series, because whether it's the Clippers or the Rockets, the Warriors are gonna beat them in the conference finals. The Warriors are too deep. They have 10 to 11 players that they got in their rotation. Solid players. Let me tell you something about the Warriors. Their bench is so good. As a Knicks fan, I will take their bench to start on my team. That's how good their bench is. The Clippers have no bench. The Clippers rely on their starting five. It's a strong starting five, but they have no bench. The longer a series goes for the Clippers, the worse, because that means it's more grind on that starting five. You feel me? And they're gonna get tired. And don't even try to tell me, oh, the Clippers got a bench. They got Jamal Crawford. I love Jamal Crawford, but you want to know something? He's having an awful series. Look at his shooting percentage. Basura. They got Big Baby. Let me explain something about Big Baby. I like Big Baby, especially when he's with the Boston Celtics. But look here. You see that picture? That ain't no fluke. That's not Photoshop. Big Baby gets it popping off the court. And yes, that was DeAndre Jordan next to him. So I'm not really trusting that Clippers bench, B. I don't know who's going to win Game 7. I don't care who's going to win Game 7. The Golden State Warriors are going to smoke them regardless. But if you want Mr. Alejandro to be a man and make a prediction, because of course if you're a man, you're here, I'm going to go and say the Houston Rockets will win the series. They got all the momentum after that miraculous Game 6. If they don't win Game 7, why they do all that stuff in Game 6? You feel me? So I think the Rockets will win Game 7. The Warriors will defeat either the Clippers or the Rockets. Holla at your boy. There you have it, folks. Mr. Alejandro's 2015 NBA Playoffs Conference Finals predictions. TA drinkers, do you agree with your boy, Mr. Alejandro? Or do you think I'm bugging out? Do you think Mr. Alejandro's loco? Y'all know what y'all gotta do. Tell them in the comments.
Tell him.
Tonight's Krabby Bow Tie is brought to you by Ralph Lauren. I stay fresh and fly. I never look whack. Your boy, Mr. Alejandro, even got the drawers to match. Tune in for more sports, cars, video games, fitness, and all that. Follow at Tell Em Alejandro to hear my immediate reaction to live sports events, or if you want me to cover a certain team or topic. Tell them. Outro music. Yeah. Woo! Tomorrow's game is gonna be popping, boy. Game 7 on the road in Texas. Tax-free state, of course. I'm gonna be watching. If you don't, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Your life sucks. You better watch. Now, quick video game news. I heard Gears of War 1 will be remastered for the Xbox One, and it may show up at E3 next month. Look out for that.